was my third week as a new member of an international networking group. I had moved to this area less than a year earlier, and I really needed to build my referral source and my sphere. I had scoured their website for months, waiting and looking for that opportunity of that seat for my industry to open up so I could pounce and become a member. Every week I went to their website looking for it. And finally, with my opportunity, I applied and I became a member. It was my third week of membership where I started seeing the problems and realizing why that seat had even opened up. The president hadn't shown up for 3 weeks. I was trying not to take that personally. The vice president was doing the best he could with the tools he had. I'd noticed other members were trickling in a little bit late, some of them even leaving a little early, as if they had someplace better to be. They were often disengaged and doing business from their phone through the entirety of our meeting. The members were leaning out, and the membership was falling out. It was my third meeting, and a few hours later, that I received a call from the regional manager of this international networking group. After a few minutes of listening to him speak quite aggressively, he tells me, "I'm giving you all the reasons to say no to my very big ask. I'd like for you to be the president of this club, but if you say no, I'm shutting it down." I don't have much to lose. I said yes, and I didn't know what to do. But by the grace of God, a couple weeks later, I get an email, a strange email, from some chap across the pond. He introduces himself as Ray, and he lives in Manchester, England. He noticed I was a new president of a smaller, dwindling chapter, and he tells me that he too was a new president the year earlier of a smaller, dwindling chapter. And he asked if he could mentor me. Well, what's in it for Ray? What does he get out of this? And why is somebody from England calling somebody in Winter Park? He tells me that he and his partner have a holiday home in Claremont, and he was going to be here in a few weeks. We agreed to meet for a spot of tea. That decision changed my life. We immediately got into action, and Ray poured into me with the encouragement that I needed to take bold and big steps, because change is hard. He also gave us strategies and plans, action steps that we could put into place almost immediately. We figured out a system to warmly greet our guests. We improved our communication between our weekly meetings for our members. We had a great follow-up system and an invitation for membership. And not too much longer, our dwindling club was growing. We even changed our name. We cultivated a great culture, and we even upgraded our venue. We moved to this room right here, and 8 years later, still meets here. Ray didn't know what kind of an extraordinary impact he was going to have, not just in my life, but in everybody in that chapter. See, about 10 short months later from that first yes, we found ourselves in this beautiful banquet hall of a downtown hotel, and we got to celebrate at the annual conference and gala. Our little chapter filled up 2 tables with extraordinary energy. We won award after award after award. See, we went from dead last to chapter of the year. We had other members coming over saying, "Who are you guys and where did you come from?" I had the most extraordinary honor. I got to receive the award for Member of the Year out of the entire region, 500 plus members. And we got to send videos and pictures to Ray over in England saying, thank you for your contribution into pouring into us. He didn't know that I was shortly going to be invited to be a district leader and go and visit other clubs, almost 30 around Central Florida, and pour into their members and their leaders. So the next time you have an opportunity to mentor, say yes. You may not get to see just how big that flame can go from the little spark that you ignite. But I am telling you, that torch will get passed on from leader to leader for years to come. Contest us.
Thank you, Bert. Good talk. Let's be alive without saying be alive.